Capricorn, how are we? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are just sort of checking in on your energy. I will be looking into, job, career, finances, as well as love and romance. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. The YouTube algorithms are not a fan of Australian creators, so every single like, comment, subscribe, it really, really does help out the channel. I do really appreciate each and every one of those. So thank you guys so much. And today I've got the Psychic Reading Oracle. I do have the Red Rose Love Oracle. And the Lenormand deck we're using this week, I have the Fairy Tale Lenormand. Okay, so getting into it for you, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. For some reason, I'm getting messages about a specific Capricorn from Texas. I did a reading. It was a while ago. You won a free reading, and I did a reading for you. I am getting messages about about you today and asking how you are. So just checking in on you. Okay. You know who you are. If I've done a reading for you, and I believe it was Texas. Just let me know how you're going, okay? I'd love to hear from you either way. So yeah, that's just coming up for some reason. You're the first Capricorn coming to mind today, and it's just wanting me to ask how you're doing and to send some love for you. Okay, so okay, Capricorn Collective. What's going on for the Capricorn Collective? This is very interesting energy, Capricorn. We have the hands energy coming through, doing something active, practical at the moment. A project that you have in your little hands at the moment, Capricorn. Not gonna lie, I am a Capricorn as well, and I do have a big project on the go at the moment. I was actually given a grant to do like some gardening for a community garden area. So after I finish this video, I will actually be going and doing some stuff for that. So that's my little project. What's yours? Definitely there's something going on, with project wise, doing something, building something, creating something. There is, a lot of tools in this imagery, a little workman hat, but there's also, somebody drawing up plans for something here as well. Something in the background, or painting as well. So creating something, definitely doing something, practical with your hands, making something, creating something this week. We do also have the clouds. Okay, so whatever you're doing this week, it is actually really good energy for you to be doing that, because it's giving you time to think things through that you have been confused about. Okay, the clouds energy does talk about, something that's been clouding your judgment, something that you've been up in your head a little bit about. And whatever you're doing, getting into it and doing something is actually helping, clear the clouds a little bit for you this week, I think, Capricorn. And it's giving you time to think things through. But because you're focusing so much on what you're doing and things like that, you're not overthinking it as much. You're not dwelling. You're not going down those nasty rabbit holes, of negativity with it. You're actually trying to think it through more objectively and clearly, and there's just something about a shift in the way you're thinking things through this week. But they do seem to be very, very connected. So, if you are working on a project, make sure you have sort of planned it out. Make sure that you are, thinking that idea very, thinking through what you're wanting out of that project and whatnot as well. But clarifying this energy for you, Capricorn. Hands and clouds for Capricorn. New ideas, lots of ideas. We do see a lot of logical, rational thinking type energy for you this week, Capricorn. We're starting off though with the stork energy there. So, that stirs up new ideas. That's the thing that sort of where we think things through, we plan things out before we actually birth that out into the universe. So, there's definitely a need for you to plan things out this week and really, before you bring your ideas into fruition, to really think through the idea and work out what you're doing with that. Think about the logic, the rational side of things. Think cleverly. We have the fox and the masculine here as well. So you are needing to think things through very cleverly and do what is right for yourself. Putting your own, doing things independently. So there's a lot of independent creative energy here. So it's kind of interesting because it's putting a lot of logic onto something creative. So it's a very kind of interesting energy, but Capricorns wouldn't do it any other way, right? But with the fox there, you're needing to do, get it done, do what needs to be done, for your own survival here, for to put the emotions aside a little bit, to enable you to think things through more logically, just in general. This project, this activity is really enabling you to sort of get in control of your thoughts a little bit more and to be in a more non-emotional spot where you're not putting too much emotion into the thoughts. You're just thinking things through more objectively. So it's not really wanting to talk too much about that, but like for some of you, there is a masculine that is affecting this energy. There's like it's an independent masculine that may be affecting the ideas as well. So just keep that in consideration. There's just something else. What's the something else with that message for Capricorn, please? What's the something else for Capricorn with that message? Give it your all. The more that you put into it, the more you'll get back. Time, love, energy. You may receive some sort of gift from a very independent masculine, maybe for some of you. It's just give it your all more than anything. It's not really wanting to. For some of you, once again, it may be talking about something to do with flowers. Like I know mine has got to do with flowers. My project's got to do with flowers. So, we're obviously on similar wavelengths at the moment, Capricorn. But talking about, we're in a very material mindset already. So we'll have a look at the material world for you. Capricorn, job, money, career, finances. What's going on for Capricorn with the day-to-day, the real world stuff, please. The material world for Capricorn right now, please. We start off with the stars here. So there's definitely some goals that you have in mind with your real world stuff, with your job, your career, that sort of stuff, with your finances. Definitely some goals you have in mind, some wishes you want to come true here. It feels like you are on the right track. We do see growth coming through here as well with the tree. So, growth and healing that, your dreams are maturing a little bit here as well, that they're growing to be a little bit bigger than, the reality of those wishes is bigger than the current expectation, if that makes sense. I did talk about this same thing with Taurus. So some of you, if you do have strong Taurus in your energy, you may want to check the Taurus reading as well, because it had a very similar kind of message there. But it's like talking about, expanding upon your dreams and your goals, growing those into something a little bit bigger than what they already are, being wise about what goals are reasonable. Once again, logical mindset for you this week. Talking about them, we have the birds here as well. So conversation and, being open and chatty, I suppose, about your goals and how you can grow your goals is favored for you as well. So talking things through at the moment is definitely favored when it comes to your goals and your wishes and your dreams. I'm getting that, asking someone for advice. You may be finding, somebody that you see as more mature, more wise, that you're asking for advice with your goals as well. For some of you here, once again, Capricorn, your reading has been very cagey. It's telling me what you need to know, but it's not telling me details or like specific examples of what this could be for you. It's obviously very different for everyone in the collective here, all working towards our own goals in different ways and different mindsets and whatnot. It does feel like there's an extra layer here that I'm not being given. So I'm not sure what that is. I'll come back to it if I need to. We'll have a look at love and career for you. Love and career, Capricorn. Some of you may be, confusing the two. That love is your career. Once again, what a Capricorn thing. Dropping cards here. If they come back out, I know what they are. Love and romance for Capricorn. Love and romance for our Capricorns, please. What's in Capricorn's energy this week in regards to love and romance? Ooh. That's not Oh. Can I just get two more for Capricorn in regards to love and romance, please? Because I'm already picking up two energies here, and it's not showing me the second one. Right. So I'm actually picking up on somebody else in your energy, Capricorn. Because when I saw this card, it feels like this isn't you. Even though we're seeing you in a very masculine energy, this is the divine masculine, him. So I said, what's in your energy when it comes to love and romance? Him. He is in your energy. So I presume I'm speaking to Capricorns that date masculine energy. And he is in your energy, but he's taking a large place in your energy. So your love energy is not completely your own, Capricorn. When I'm looking more so at your energy here, we're seeing the twin flame, the divine connection, and we're also seeing the home and the foundation. So there is somebody in your energy that you are already connected to, whether you know them yet or not. There is a divine connection that is in your energy, that is part of your foundation, part of your home, part of your safety bubble, part of your love bubble is this other person. And something's going on with them. Something's going on for them right now. And that seems to be what's wanting to come through in your energy this week. So you may be sort of feeling a bit affected by emotions that are not necessarily your own right now. Maybe that's why you're in such a logical, rational mindset right now, Capricorn, because a lot of your emotional energy is actually being given to somebody else. So if you don't want that to be the case, Capricorn, maybe you do need to do some, return to sender, cord cutting, protection of energy type things for yourself here. Because there is somebody basically taking your energy, I suppose, is one way to look at that. It feels like they've got all your emotional love energy right now, and you don't really have it. Because even when we're seeing you, we're seeing this person is just a part of you, a belonging of yours, kind of, well, not a belonging of yours, but like your energy belongs to them just as much as it belongs to you. So whatever's going on for them. We have the legal matters, the disputes card. So they may quite literally be having some legal issues right now, divorce issues, custody, those sorts of things. Shapeshifter mimicking. They're using your energy as their own. I feel like I'm kind of picking up that the only way that they can act like everything is normal right now is because of your energy. That if it wasn't for your energy, that they would be, stuck in this dispute. It's kind of whatever's happening in their life right now, they're using your energy to get through it, to mimic your energy this week. So you seem to be in a relatively stable, logical, rational energy this week, and this person is kind of taking that and using that to display as their own energy this week. Create an illusion that they are you in some way. Capricorn, love and romance for Capricorn, please. Please clarify this energy for Capricorn. It's pretty much repeating that same message. We do have the bear and then the whip coming through first. So you do need to protect yourself from being affected by this person's disruptions. This trouble, this tension, this fighting energy, the disputes, the legal matters, definitely potential legal matters going on for this person right now. With the whip and then the tower. I've got the tower there as well. So there's definitely potential legal matters happening for this person at the moment. Legal disputes. You kind of do need to protect yourself a little bit against that energy becoming your own, because if they're taking your energy and using that as their own, what are you left with? You don't need to be taking their energy and using that as your own, because it's not where you're at. It's not you right now, Capricorn. So you do need to protect and maybe put up some boundaries between yourself and this person. There is an element here of you wanting to, nurture and protect this person through whatever they're going through. But once again, it's up to you, Capricorn. Like if you feel the need to close your energy off to that person, do so. If you feel as though you're strong and we do see with the bear there that you are strong and capable of allowing that person to use that energy right now. But I don't necessarily like the idea of people taking your energy, Capricorn. And I feel as though a lot of you would be on the same wavelength with that. That doesn't matter who they are. They shouldn't be using my energy as their own. That they have their own energy, and if they're going through something, they need to actually go through that. I can help them, but not with energy, not with my energy. That if I choose to give them my energy, I will do so by giving them my time, my love, not by them taking my energy, because this does not feel like your permission is being given, to be honest. This is happening without your permission, to be honest, from what I'm sort of feeling here. And it's just because of the connection that you have with this person. There is an energy connection that you have with this person, and they are part of your little bubble of you, and so they are using that to prop themselves up, to keep their foundation strong. But where does that leave you, Capricorn? This tower, it's like, once again, it could be very governmental, regimented, legal issues going on with this person, and that's why we're seeing the tower. They could be very isolated and feeling as though they have no one, so they could be somebody connected to your past. Although I do feel for some of you, they're someone that you haven't even met yet, as well. But some of the trouble that they're going through may have to do with childhood foundational, core issues within them. But I just keep getting the same sort of message of like, if they need your help, ask for it. Don't just take it. I feel as though this is very unfair on your energy, Capricorn. So I do feel that you may need to block that energy from taking your energy. Advice for Capricorn, please. Advice for Capricorn. Focus on your money. We have the fish coming through first. Focus on your money, Capricorn. You're in the right mind space to be focusing on, money, logical stuff, rational, logical thinking at the moment. We're already seeing that that's the best thing for you right now. We do have the coffin, though. So, it's come through with the letter as well. So the letter shows us that there is some sort of communication, or it feels more like an expression of the coffin. So it's an expression of something that has come to an end, something that has come to a close, and then now we need to put all that energy into something new, because the coffin is a death and then a rebirth. So it's a transformation, but there's communication there. So I do feel as though if this person wants to utilize your energy, that needs to come to an end, and then that energy needs to come through in communication, in asking for that, in an expression to you that I need your energy, I need your support, kind of thing. Some sort of communication about a transformation, about things changing, something coming to an end, and then new things are created. From an ending, new things are automatically kind of created, right? So I do feel that whatever's going on with this person, as soon as you like block that energy, or as soon as that legal dispute comes to an end, that's when you're going to get communication or expression from that person, in some kind of a way, whether even if that communication is just energy communication, expression, communicate your own, within yourself what needs to come to an end. Express to yourself what needs to come to an end in your energy. And if this is that connection needs to come to an end of utilizing that energy, then allow that to come to an end, so that energy can be transformed and utilized in other ways. Okay, Capricorn. So I know that that's a bit of an out there kind of message, but I just read the messages, guys. I just this is what it wants to tell you. So that's what I'm telling you. Okay, but leave me a comment and let me know if you understand some of that, because I do just feel as though some of that is just beyond my comprehension right now. So I might look back at this video in a couple of days and see if I understand it a little bit deeper. But if you guys can help out with that, that'd be great. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.